3, and this is going to be my Fairy Tale 332 review. Now, I meant to upload some review videos last week and the week before, but the week before I was sick, and then last week, it wasn't accepted, it was rejected, because it was over a time limit of 15 minutes, which it was like 15 minutes and 2 seconds. So, this video is going to be relatively short compared to my others, so I'm just going to do this now. So at the beginning of this chapter, we have the Raijin and Laxus fighting Atlas Flame. And it appears that Laxus's lightning attacks won't work on Atlas Flame because for some reason his flame is able to burn down any magic, including lightning dragon slayer magic. And since this is the case, Laxus and the Raijin are going to be in for some trouble. So now they're in a panic. They're like, shit, what the fuck are we going to do? And so all of a sudden, Natsu just comes out of nowhere and just lands down on Atlas Flame. And Atlas Flame, he's just like, what the hell? Who are you? And then Natsu just saying, I'm the Fire Dragon Slayer, and I'm going to eat you. So from that point, Happy, he's just saying, oh yeah, no one would have thought of that. And you should see the faces that the Raijin and Laxus have on their face. It's pretty freaking hilarious, man. Oh, but everybody, matter of fact, I'm pretty sure everybody who reads Fairy Tail knows that Natsu would have to eat this guy at some point. I mean, after his first fight with Fuchiro, he was half dead nearly. For him to gain back his strength, he would need to eat fire or get healed in some way. And the fastest way would be for him to eat fire. And I mean, who else but Atlas Flame, right? So at this point, it's almost like a game of rodeo. He's just like, what the hell, you're a human, you can't eat me. And he's just bucking around just like a bull. And Natsu's just a bull rider. He's just hanging on, eating his fire, you know, just trying to power up. And so Laxus, once again, he's just in shock. He's like, what the fuck is going on? And he's just saying, what the hell are you trying to do? While Natsu's still hanging on, he's just saying, yo, go help Wendy, blah, blah, blah. And then Evergreen points out that even though Wendy's a Dragon Slayer, she's still young. She's very young and very weak, in my opinion. I love her because she's an air elemental, but still, she is very, very weak. And in my opinion, even though she's teaming up with Mirajane to fight Zirconis, I believe that the only way she will be able to defeat Zirconis is if she gets help from another Dragon Slayer, which Laxus is coming to help her now, so that would be the case. Or if she goes Dragon Force. Now, in my other video that got rejected, I pointed out that I wanted to see Wendy go Dragon Force while fighting Zirconis. It's just a must-have. I need to see Wendy go Dragon Force, and I want to see Laxus go Dragon Force too. Even though I believe Laxus wouldn't have to go Dragon Force to defeat Zirconis, because Zirconis seems like a very weak dragon. I mean, his power is to strip people of their clothes. I'm just playing around. His magic is to strip humans of their dignity. And when he uses Roar Blast, everyone's clothes came off. So I don't know. But even then, he's still a dragon, so he's pretty damn tough. And I mean, Mirajane hit the hell out of him last chapter, and he just swatted away as if it was nothing. So yeah, I am predicting right now that Wendy will have to go Dragon Force. I called it. Matter of fact, I called it like 2 chapters ago. So I just need to see Wendy go Dragon Force. It would be so cool. I would be so happy. So anyway, Lax is just saying, all right, cool, since you got this, we're going to go to the castle to help out Mirajane and Wendy. And then he also has Happy tag along with him because, you know, a Dragon Slayer just can't go to a fight without a neck seed, you know. So Happy's gonna accompany Laxus also. It's a win moment. So now we're going back to Natsu and Atlas Flame. They're just they're just doing their little rodeo thing, you know, getting it on. So when Natsu is eating him, Atlas Flame he's saying that this feeling is familiar, and he's saying that this feeling reminds him of the King of Dragons, Igneel, which every time Igneel appears in a chapter or an episode of Fairy Tail, it's just fucking epic. I mean, even though usually it only lasts a few seconds, I mean, you just can't deny the awesomeness of Igneel. You just can't. So with that being said, I watched another review before I made mine, and this person said that. Matter of fact, I can't even remember what they said, but it seems like there are dragons that have more than one element, but then there's a dragon that is above all of them, who is like the king of their element. So like, there's probably more fire or flame dragons like Atlas Flame and Igneel, but Igneel is obviously the king of fire dragons, which means there are more fire dragons out there in the world, but Igneel is the king of all of them, so nobody beats Igneel. Just like Metallicana and Grandine. Grandine is probably the queen of all sky dragons. It's a possibility. So with that being said, Atlas Flame, he's just saying, "Hey kid, who are you and what's your relationship to Igneel?" And I was just saying, "Igneel, you know him. How the hell do you know him?" He's saying, "He's my friend, and he's the king of all fire dragons." And Natsu, he just smiled. He said, "Oh man, that's good. Igneel is actually my dad." And so now we go back to Future Rogue. He's on the dragon called Mother Glare, I believe. And he has this little speech going on so far. And matter of fact, I'm just going to read what his speech says right now. He says, "Splendid. This is the dragon's power. How much destruction. With this power, I can definitely kill Acnologia, and then I will rule this world. The earth will break, the sky will be on fire, and lives will be consumed. I'm the king of the dragons, the new king born in this dragon festival. Shadows will become light. I'll become the ultimate light and illuminate the world." That was a pretty good speech. I liked it. You know, I was expecting a speech to be somewhat the opposite. You know, like when he says shadows will become light, I was expecting for him to say lights will become shadow. You know, just something on that sort. And so Natsu, what he said was kind of crappy. He was just saying, "Oh, we don't need such a dirty light. Our light is inside our hearts." I mean, I don't have nothing else to say about that. That's pretty awful. So I'm just going to skip over that as if he never said anything. And so now he's riding on top of Atlas Flame coming towards Future Rogue, and he's just saying, "With that light of yours, I can't see a damn thing." And with that, Atlas Flame headbutts the other dragon that Future Rogue is coming on. And he's just saying, "What the hell, Atlas Flame? You're betraying me?" And so now Atlas Flame just saying, "I just follow my heart. Igneel's son is my friend." And with that, Natsu just says, "Oh yeah, old guy, let's team up." And that right there is the end of the chapter. This chapter was pretty solid. I liked it. The one thing with the ending is, how in the hell did Atlas Flame break control of Future Rogue's dragon manipulation magic? Because this magic is supposed to be able to manipulate and control dragons whenever he wants to. I'm pretty sure his break did not hold at any time, so I just want to know how that happened. Um, I really don't know how that would happen, but man. And another thing about this chapter is that in the beginning, no, at the beginning, no, at the end of last chapter, sorry. At the end of last chapter, Lucy found future Lucy's journal about what happened into the future. She probably dropped it while walking towards the castle or something like that. I'm not sure. But they was building hype for it at the end of the last chapter, and we didn't see it no time at all this chapter. So I believe it's probably going to go into a flashback of what happened into the future last time, probably. But it says next chapter is called People and People, Dragons and Dragons, People and Dragons. That doesn't make sense. I don't know. It's saying that's the chapter of next week, but I hope it's not. So I'm pretty sure we're going to go into a flashback of what happens into the future according to Future Lucy's journal. But then again, if I'm right, Future Lucy was only from a few days after, mankind was destroyed, and Future Rogue is from 7 years after. So it's just interesting to find out what happens there. And like I said, matter of fact, yeah, Wendy, Laxus, and Mirajane going against Zirconis. We need at least 1.5 chapters dedicated to that. I need to see it. I'm pretty sure it'll be an awesome match. Oh my goodness. I mean, anything with Laxus is gold. Anything with Laxus is gold. And now him teaming up with Mirajane and Wendy, that's going to be a good fight. So, what to expect from next chapter? I am not sure. We'll probably just. Matter of fact, we'll probably just see some of the fight between Zirconis and Laxus, Mirajane and Wendy, and we'll probably get a glimpse as to what was in Future Lucy's journal diary also. So with that, it would. So like I said, this chapter was pretty solid. I liked it. I'll give it a 3 out of 5 rating. That is it for my review. I will catch you guys next week.